Good evening, everybody. How's everybody? I hope everybody had a pretty decent week. I know I've had it's been a busy week, but I've been really happy with what's going on with that house, and now they're on the other house. So we'll talk about that as soon as I say hi to everybody in the chat. Let's see. Joe Fix It For You is in here, and Marianne Bimler. New Image Landscape Tree and Design Tree Services is in here, and we'll talk about him a little bit too. We got Arlene and Joe Laginus, or Todd Laginus, Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. There's the Heather Lansgren and Rebel at Heart, 9 Acre Family Farm and Linda Peterson. Teresa Jinkowitz. There's my buddy Bill, My Alaska, and Old Man King Homestead. Don't forget to go check him out at the 10 o'clock hour Central. And there's Plywood. I got some ideas for plywood projects. I do. Let's see. We got, who else we got? And then we're going to bring some people in here. There's My Honey Homemade. My Honey's Homemade. And you're going to be seeing him in a second. And Hiking with Jackie Boy. And we'll catch up with you in the chat as we go along tonight. And let's bring in My Honey's Homemade. How you doing?
I'm good. Can you see me?
Yeah. Can you get your camera a little closer? You're way far away.
Let me zoom in real quick.
Zoomy. My friend Joe's trying to come in. We were talking to each other before the live, and he hasn't been able to come back in since.
Is that zoomed in a little better for you?
More. Keep going. A lot more.
That's weird. Let me try it.
Is it on a tripod?
Yeah, I got it on a tripod.
But the desk is in the way?
Yeah.
There's Bailey Woodworks. And Bailey Woodworks, and there's Treasure Hunter.
That's not as good as it's gonna get.
All righty. There's no judgment here with Tish Ross. So why don't you tell everybody about your channel a little bit, and then we'll discuss more after that.
Sure.
Give a quick.
Hey guys, I'm Steve with My Honey's Handmade. Got a YouTube channel. I build custom furniture, woodworking, laser engraving, and wood turning on the lathe. So this is my full-time gig for the last 3 years almost. And I'm in Oklahoma. So
You're in Oklahoma.
I am.
How close are you to Eufaula?
About an hour and a half.
You can make it to the YouTube meetup then if you try.
Oh, when is that?
That is well, there's actually 2 of them, but the one that I'm going to be at is the Mid-America meetup, and it is somebody help me. It's right smack in the center of May. Like the 5th, whatever that weekend is, the 15th, 16th, 17th, maybe.
That might be fun.
Yeah, not everybody, but a lot of the people you see in this chat are going to be there. Most of them are homesteaders.
Awesome.
I've been communicating with a lot of makers in the last 3-4 months, and they've been rolling in here. Like maybe you're familiar with Bailey's Woodworks and Plywood.
Yeah, Plywood follows my channel, and then Bailey turns a lot of tops on his channel on the lathe.
Keeps telling me no internet connection. My friend Joe that was here today helping me out a little bit. It's trying to get in, but it's telling him he's got no internet connection. Yeah. And I bought my Laguna lathe a while ago, but stuff just keeps happening and putting me off as far as trying to get started here.
Yeah.
We decided to have the Amish come and help us out with some of these buildings that we have on this property, and they're really pounding them out. And
well, great.
I'm excited, and it's nerve-wracking because there's a lot of decisions to be made as they're got 5 guys pounding on the house, and you're going, well, you got to do it. I want this and I want that. And
Oh, I bet.
like,
so Brian, where are you located?
I'm located in Western New York.
Oh, okay. So I've been I think probably 7 or 8 years ago, we had a YouTube meetup in Skiatook, Oklahoma. Yeah, we have quite a few woodworkers like Jimmy DeResta.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got to meet him and Jay Bates. Yeah, it was like 7 or 8 years ago. It was pretty fun.
MT Homestead, if you just came in, Steve of My Honey's Homemade is actually only an hour away from Eufaula, or hour and a half.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're trying to talk him into coming. Now there's a 10 Killer meetup on the 25th, 6th, and 7th, which is in Tin Killer.
Tin Killer's a great lake. We go there every year for our family reunion.
So if you get to, by any chance that you get to know these people in the chat and stuff, you might want to go to both, because with you living that close, it's too easy, and it's a lot of fun.
Now, is it something to where I could bring a lathe and do a demonstration?
Hey, Gillum Farms, can he bring his lathe and do a demonstration? And MT Homestead at the Mid-America meetup? I think they might like that.
We could make some cultivators.
Cultivators?
On the lathe, maybe I'm using the wrong term. It's basically a stake that has 1-inch increments so that you can break up the dirt clods and then make a hole in the ground deep enough for the seed so you can know how deep you're going.
Well, Gillum said, sure thing. Do it. Absolutely, says MT Homestead. Do it.
That sounds fun, guys. Yeah.
So why don't you should plan on I would, if I were you, I'd go to both of them. You're going to see some of the same people. There's going to be some common people in both events, and then you're going to see different people in each event. Sounds
like a good time.
Oh, it is. If you want to know anything, just go to my channel and look up I have a playlist of my meetups.
Oh, great.
So you can check out the 10 Killer and check out the Mid-America.
Definitely.
That'll show you exactly what it's like. There's a lot of fun people, a lot of good fellowship. Most of them are YouTubers, or most of them are homesteaders, but there are, Critter Creek is a he's a graphics designer. So, and then of course, we'll probably get some more people to go. I know that, what can I think? Names slip me all the time. There's another channel that's really close to that. That's a maker. He does diamond pens. That's his main thing. He does diamond pens. You might know who I'm talking about.
It's not Maverick, is it?
His name is Tim. His channel name. Why can't I think of his? Oh, it's It's not Panther. It's Leather Ironwork or Leather. Why can't I think of it? I'll think of it. Let's see. Joe still can't get in here. Let's Trade Paint will be there. Hiking with Jackie Boy. Did you think that you were going to try to get to that meetup? There's Leanne Gunther. So, as you guys all know, I've been searching out the makers and trying to get involved myself. I've been working on house renovations and stuff, but my goal is to get to be a makers channel. Which is funny because when I go to start thinking about doing makers projects like what you're doing and like Bailey and stuff, and
Right.
I really haven't honed in on that type of project. I've been always doing like building stuff.
Yeah, DIY and renovations and
Yeah. But I went to school for art in Columbus College of Art and Design.
Oh, okay. I did IT for 22 years.
Leopard leather workshop or something like that. That's what I was trying to come up with. I can't believe I can't think of his name, but he's local to you. He's
Okay.
got to be within 3 hours of you because
That's
he
awesome.
says he's only an hour and a half from Eufaula.
Yeah, we're pretty close then.
Bailey, do you remember Leopard's name? Oh, there he says Tim at Leopard Leatherworks. I knew it had leopard and leather in it. I couldn't think of how it was organized. So yeah, that's cool. You will not regret going to one of those events. And if you get a campsite, because it's a whole weekend, you can get a campsite, or you can just show up for the day. You could probably go home every day if you wanted to.
I've actually got a brother-in-law that lives on Eufaula, so I could probably spend the night with him.
Oh, that's awesome. So cool. There's Todd Laginus. I don't get to see his work very often, but he went into my Vineyard Farmhouse Facebook group, and he shared his this flower pot he did, and all the flowers in it are turned on the lathe.
Oh, I haven't seen flowers.
Really nice. It looked really nice. So anybody who's on my Vineyard Farmhouse group, go check that out. It was kind of cool. And you can also get on that too and share your videos as well. It's the same as my channel name. Yeah, am I going to get to meet you, Todd, when I go to the Bar Run Forge meetup? You can come in here, Johnny, and plug the meetup. So could you, MT Homestead. Just plug your meetups. You got somebody who got to get this guy over there. I think we've convinced him already anyway. Poor Joe. He keeps coming up white screen. But Joe, I'll introduce Joe anyway. Maybe he'll get in before the night's up. He came. He's actually local to me. He's only like somewhere between 5 and 10 miles away from me. Probably 5. And my house was tore apart, and all the siding is done. The Amish are helping me out, and they finished it today. Or wait a minute, they finished it the day before yesterday or yesterday. I can't remember now. It's all a blur because they move so fast.
Now, Brian, when you say the Amish are helping you, what does that mean? Are they offering services? Are you paying them, or trade or barter?
They're carpenters, and we're paying them to do our job.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing a wonderful job. Great bunch of guys. I enjoy talking to them. There's 5 of them. So yeah, they finished siding my house. I have to do the window frames myself, and then, which is no big deal. I could do that in the garage. I could build those, and then you just screw them on. And then they're over there at my parents' house, the Vineyard Farmhouse, and they are banging on that too. We finally needed some help here. I knew I couldn't do it all anymore, and they're just banging on these buildings. So, like I said last week, I feel like I hit the lottery. Stuff on Instagram. No YouTube yet. Yeah, you got to get on YouTube. I have an Instagram, Todd, but I don't use it. I don't think I've logged into that in probably 2 years. So, what else can you tell us about yourself? You got to plug yourself.
Oh, let's see. Married with 2 kids, teenagers.
Yeah.
I enjoy, honestly, it's a weird thing having your passion project become your profession.
Yeah.
It's kind of a blessing and a curse.
Now, when you say your full-time gig, does that mean that you were able to retire?
No,
Or you still work?
I wouldn't call myself retired. I just chose to walk away from my IT career and pursue this full time.
YouTube. You're only doing YouTube.
No, I'm only doing custom furniture, woodworking, laser engraving.
Yes.
No, YouTube is not my income. That's no. That's my hobby.
Our neighbor 3 doors down got chickens. The rooster crows all day long. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you call plating it. I had a rooster on my windowsill back in the day when we had chickens. Besides the word had, because he didn't last very long. Hey, Joe made it in. I better get him before.
There we go. 100 times I tried.
Wow.
Jeez.
That must have been tough.
Hello, everybody.
So as I explained, this is Joe. Joe's the one who came over and helped me. He collected all the metal that was, because my house was aluminum sided, and they tore all that off, and he took that and turned it in, and other metals that we had around the property. So it was really nice to get rid of that. Feels like a weight off my shoulders. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Thank
then when
you.
we got done with that, he came and got the garbage stuff that came off the house, like the insulation and what was the other house wrap, the old house wrap. So now my yard's all free of that stuff except for the wood, and I could take that down and burn it.
Yeah, that 2x4s will burn easy.
They did that Amish house. They did that fast, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming along great.
He drove by one day, and it was my house the way it always looked, and then the next day it was done. My sister,
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
looks
even
great.
told my sister, so she's going to come here and go, what? Both houses are done since I saw you last?
Brian's a good project manager, that's for sure.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes, I don't know if you call that real project managing, but all I'm basically doing is telling them how I want the trims to layer, and
You're running all over, though.
I did one full side of the house myself, so I said you gotta copy it like this, and the other side of it is identical on the one part of it at least. So I gotta say something about Ann Dale. Ann Dale, thanks for coming in for one thing, and I saw your little movie clip. Anybody ever seen the movie Dog Days of Summer? She's got a little part in there. And I mean, like she said, if you blink, you miss it, but she's in there. I saw it. She was walking around the graveyard, all dead and stuff. Did you have your lipstick on then, Andale? She had some long hair back in the day. So
So
I met, or not, I started getting to know about my honey's homemade, Steve. I started watching some of his lives, much like I did with Bailey Woodworks. They're doing it in the shorts feed, and I kind of like those shorts feed lives. They bring a lot of attention, and they're working lives, so at least most of them are. And
Yeah, I when
enjoy
I
that.
started doing the lives probably 7 or 8 weeks ago, that was my goal. Was I don't want to sit here and necessarily talk for 2 hours, so I like to show people. I've been making a lot of boxes and with some hand planes and power tools, so people seem to enjoy it.
Oh no, Joe! There he goes again.
Did he drop off?
He's spinning.
Uh-oh.
Um, yeah, I hope to. We're gonna actually have some 70-degree days here this week. Probably, I think it's tomorrow and the next day is 70 degrees. So I'm gonna start straightening up my shop. I can go out there and work while I'm waiting between answering questions and stuff for the Amish guys that are working for me. And I'm gonna start doing some working lives like you do, but it's gonna start off with me setting up my shop. I mean,
Yeah.
I've
Well,
got all the equipment, but it's not organized, and the space is not organized. So I'm just gonna talk to the viewers while I figure it out,
Yeah.
set it up.
Hey, Brian, can I share a couple of projects with the viewers?
Sure.
So this is the pencil box we made Sunday in our live. We made a walnut and an oak pencil box. See if you can see that.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I did a grain wrap. So I just finished that today on the live. And another project we did, I've been making a lot of bowls. So I'm doing a plain inlay. And I'm going to turn this, flatten it down tomorrow.
Yeah, that's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, I've been turning a bunch of catch-alls. So someone said, "Hey, can you put a plane in a bowl?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So
Yeah, I was watching the one video that you now what did you call that tool that you have the two handles with the planer blade in it?
oh, it's a
Scraper?
yeah, it's a hand plane.
Yeah. And I like the idea that you showing a trial and error of what you were attempting to do, whether it worked. Did you figure it out and come up with a better solution? I haven't seen.
Not yet. When I first started the videos, this is my outfeed table that we're sitting on, and I just put a new sheet of laminate on it. So I don't want to drill holes into it. I'm trying to keep it nice.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to figure out alternate means of holding the wood while I'm hand planing it, because that's half the challenge.
Isn't there and I haven't gone into this yet, but isn't there like a mat that you can put on your counter that kind of keeps it still?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I know they do that for sharpening stones, but possibly. I mean, maybe
Well,
I'll
I
put
guess
some anti-skid. Maybe it'll help.
that's what it is. It's a pad that's
Hmm.
designed. You can put your word work on it. You just lay your work on there, and you can router around it. And because of the shear, I guess, of it, it really moves.
Well, is that the same thing as like toolbox liner?
Similar.
Because I've
But
got toolbox
You
liner.
remember back in the day when they had the pad that you could put on your dashboard and you could put your phone on it and it wouldn't move because it
Oh,
had
okay.
no skid,
Yeah.
or it had a lot of skid. I don't know what you call it.
I'd have to try it, but yeah.
It was already 82 degrees there, James Hall. Crazy.
It was 80 today here in Tulsa. So
Yeah, James Hall. I can't remember where James Hall said he was. I think he's in Texas. Could be wrong. Lori Prepping for Heaven is in here. I don't know what's going on. I keep being thrown off.
Is that Joe?
That's Joe. Well, Joe, I'm glad you came in as much as you did. It's kind of awesome for people to see your. Now he's got a channel. Obviously, it's right there. It's right here,
Yep.
peoples.
Yeah, Todd's got a good suggestion. He said, depending on the size of the wood, you could glue sandpaper to MDF and clamp it to the outfeed table. That's a pretty good idea, Todd.
You know, there's also a gorilla, or not gorilla. It's called Alien Tape, and I've seen. I haven't physically touched it or had it in my presence, but that seems like it would be a good thing too, because it's supposed to. It's a tape that you can use on your wall, or you could put a small shelf up with it, and then when you're done, you can literally peel it off. But it's supposed to be really good, and I would think that that would work really good when you're maybe bandsawing something in the two different.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I just usually use blue tape for that, but
Yeah,
I don't do a lot of those where I have to retape it and keep the shape.
Jeff Killian is in here, and he's an iron worker.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, there's also another meetup I'm going to, which is the same weekend as the Tin Killer meetup. And it was originally started as an iron workers meetup, but he just added on a shop where he's got all the woodworking stuff too. So I can't wait to go to that and be able to do just about anything. Tin Killer shirts are on Bonfire. There's the link, people.
Now, do we have shirts for the You Follow meetup?
Yeah, they will.
Nice. I can't go to the Tin Killer. I've got other plans, but I think You Follow sounds like a good time.
I'll be at the You Follow one.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I can't go to the Tin Killer one because the Bar Run Forge one is at the same time.
Okay. Well, great.
But yeah, definitely go to the You Follow one then.
Now, how often has this been happening as far as these meetups?
Well, the name of the meetups have changed several times, but the gist of the people that go to it are, so I would say three. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. This will be the fourth year that we've basically the same people have been gathering.
Great.
Because the first year it was Shoot Dang, and that was with kind of hosted by a different group. And then we had Mid America, which is hosted by MT Homestead. And then Tin Killer the next year was hosted by a group of people, including Gillum Farms that you see in here. And then the Tin Killer one, or the Mid America one, is again this year, the 16th, 17th, and 18th. You Follow Campgrounds. There it is if you want to screenshot that or whatever. Doing Celtic knot pins. What's a Celtic knot pin? Oh, I missed part of a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Dancing with Aardvarks is in here too. He's another maker. Now, he's an interesting channel because I don't think he really concentrates on the finished work, at least the ones I've seen. He is figuring out the geometry of things and how to. He's really into figuring out the outside of the box stuff, and it's really cool. He'll take a sphere and he'll like put a 6-sided divots on it. He could probably figure out how to put all the divots on a golf ball.
Wow. Yeah, I'm already subscribed to him.
Yeah, he's he's got some interesting stuff in there.
Oh yeah. It's amazing all the talent you can find on YouTube.
James beat me to it. I don't know what that's about.
Fort Campground.
Dusty Bottom Boys of Grid, Alaska. I think Bill was telling me about your channel. Thanks for coming in.
So Brian, how many?
I got to dance.
Hey Brian, how many acres do you live on?
We have 36 acres of grapes and 67 acres total, with the houses and the fields and the stuff like that. Wood.
And what are you doing with the grapes?
Well, all our grapes go to a company that I never mentioned, but you know it. It's a big one. And it's not Smuckers. I don't know why. Welch's. Okay, people, Welch's. I don't know why I've been avoiding saying that word. I didn't know if it would be a good idea or not.
We won't tell.
Don't tell anybody. Just the 34 people that are in here right now. There's Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Now she's a maker too. She's made hats for, I forget how many she said. It's in the hundreds, if not over 1,000 hats.
Oh, wow.
For people in the channels, and she's done to charities and all kinds of stuff. She does these beautiful hats. Oh, she made me, I'll show this one off. I don't have my other one out here. But she made me this Santa hat. Do you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I just thought that's awesome. There's a little bit of a delay, so when I heard the words, I looked.
Oh.
Well, that's great. That looks warm.
Everybody feels really special when they get a Rebecca hat. So yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking forward to doing those lives. I just have to, once the Amish have caught up with what they're doing on the houses and stuff, we'll see how far the budget goes. And we have 6 buildings on this property. They've tackled 3 of them. They're on the 3rd one right now.
That's a lot to maintain.
It is. I don't even know. I look at the work that they're doing. That would have taken me a month of Sundays to get that done. Howdy, howdy, howdy. There's Bar Run Forge. He's the one who's got the Bar Run Forge gathering going with the forging steel. He makes hammers and stuff.
Oh, wow.
He makes a lot of different things with iron. Very talented. Very talented. He was on last week. Pretty much the whole time. And there's Jeff Killian. He's got Tiny Tongues. And I'll get to meet him at the the Bar Run Forge gathering as well. Yeah, the makers are starting to roll into my chat pretty good, and I like it.
Hit that like button, everybody.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I think pretty much everybody here is subscribed. In fact, do I have it on subscriber mode? Which means everybody who's messaging would have to be subscribed.
I didn't know that.
Hey, there's Grilling Addiction with Nick. He's an artist in his own right with his meat cooking. You want to know how to barbecue something, his channel is the one to go to.
Nice.
And
So Brian, how many days is the Bar Run Forge meetup?
it is 3 days. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's what is it again? The 25th, 6th, and 7th. Hey, look who came in right as we were speaking about him. Tell me the dates again.
April 25th through the 27th.
Okay, I had it right.
And guess,
Are you in the shop now?
guess where I'm standing?
Are you ready to show anything, or are you going to just tease us all this time? Hey, it's getting pretty close. You don't want to hide it too much.
No. I'll give you a teaser. Okay. So you know the door that comes out to this shop, right?
I'm disoriented now because that looks a lot different than.
That's the black shop.
Oh, wow. You mean that's the same wall that the big, huge metal working thing is on?
Well, sorta.
Sorta. Holy cranky. I don't even recognize it.
And you have been right.
Where are the beams that we put up? Is that it?
There's the beams.
Troy and I with Eli were putting up beams the last time I was there. Now it's all metalled.
Huh?
I got a lot of metal on my house now too.
That's all I'm giving you.
All right.
Just a tease.
That's right.
He didn't even show any of the tools.
Nope.
But you got to entice people to want to travel at least 10 hours to come see you.
There's the blacksmith shop. We'll peek in there real quick. Okay.
I've been there. I've been there. In fact, I stood right there. My video is from that spot.
And then you've seen that big boy.
What is that again? That's a lathe.
That's the mill.
That's a drill mill.
Lathe is over there.
I didn't see you didn't have the lathe when I was there. Oh, you had the metal one. You had the steel metal one.
Yeah. Have it up.
And it's working good?
Well, I am ready to wire it up. If everything is mostly done in here, I'm ready to fire everything up.
Did you get the bathroom done?
No.
Are you getting porta potties?
Yes, that will be porta potties.
Good. I need my potty.
There's the exit door. Was that here? Okay.
Where was the garage door?
Or
the big open space that we walked through?
This was big open space.
So that's it. You closed it into a people door?
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, so that means you've got it insulated. You got air conditioning and heating in that part or not?
Just another little sneak.
Well, we've seen that in your live.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Over there. That's it. That's all you're getting.
How big of a circle can you do when it comes to those placards?
You mean as far as the plasma table goes?
Yeah.
2x2 is our table. We can do about 2x3, but 2x2 is pretty standard.
But if you wanted 4 feet, you could just do it in quadrants, right?
He might be able to figure that one out. I'm not sure. Everything would have to stay square, and you'd have to. Oh yeah, it'd be a challenge on the computer side. Yeah. But the plasma table is going in. Let's see here. Let's see if I can change something real quick. Settings, camera. Here we go.
Oh, you're touching buttons.
No, I'm touching buttons.
You're gonna get in trouble with Eli.
Hold on. Back camera. Let's see if that.
I'm so excited, Troy.
Good. I'm excited.
I can't wait. I can't wait. We only got like what, 6 weeks?
Yep, just over a month.
Coming up. So how many participants do you guys usually have for these meetups?
We're going to be probably Friday night. We'll probably be about 25. Saturday we'll probably about 35 or 40.
That's bigger than it was when I was there last.
Yeah.
I think you had what, 19 to 20?
Yeah.
That one year.
Last
year was bigger than that year.
Yes. Last year we had. Hold on a second. I think I've got it figured out. Hold on. Last year we had. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Apparently, if you don't go to the gathering for any other reason, you got to go for the food
For the food.
and
So
the fellowship.
Yeah, yeah. So the plasma table is going in right in this area right here. So there's the electrical hookups for it, and then there's the air. So the entire shop has piped in air, compressed air throughout the entire shop. So the table will go right in there. It's got its own spot now, so Eli can work.
Yep. When I was there, it was just a pole barn. I mean, you could see the siding, the back side of the siding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the Mid-America meetup and the Tin Killer meetups, they could have up to 40, 50, 60 channels or more.
Yeah.
So those are pretty big, and
you'll
need a lot of channels. So
yeah. This is our 5th year, and we started with 3 people.
Yeah, but I think yours is gonna be even doubled next year.
Yeah.
Once they get wind of your shop and how you got it running, you're gonna probably get people that are willing to travel 10, 15 hours.
And that's really what we're hoping for. You know, the event is, we've dedicated ourselves the idea that the event is free and it's always going to be free. You know, when people come, they're generous, they're kind, and you know, we've had people offer us generous gifts to help offset cost. We've got this year, we actually have a gathering bundle where you can get a T-shirt for the gathering. You can get a blank off of the plasma table, something you can make, and then you get a raffle ticket to win a hand-forged chair.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nice.
Yeah. And I just got the cherry seat today. So I gotta kind of map it in there and route it out so it sits down in there nice and neat, and then assemble it all and it's ready to go.
That's awesome, Troy. See, even Steve's probably going to want to come within the next couple of years after you get that going.
How many hours drive is that from Oklahoma?
Well, it's 16 hours for me to get to Oklahoma, so minus 5 maybe.
Steve, where are you at?
Oklahoma. He's like close to Eufaula.
Yeah. Depending on where you're at, let's see. I don't know. You can look up, you know, you Google Maps. You can look up basically Cincinnati, Ohio. That'll tell you how far. I just found out today. This will excite you. Eric Bland and maybe a couple of the kids are coming from Texas.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that when we were going to the Mid-America meetup 2 years ago. I said, you gotta go.
So this year, Friday night is usual is the bacon wrapped smoked meatloaf.
Oh.
and a baked potato bar, basically, and another vegetable. I think it might be corn.
Baked potato bar.
Yeah, like you can just deck out loaded baked potatoes. Saturday morning breakfast is normal breakfast stuff plus Michelle's famous sausage, gravy, and biscuits. And then supper is a chuck wagon supper. We're going to have ham and beans, the old beans around the campfire, pinto beans, whatever you want to call it, cornbread, jalapeno cornbread, fried mush, collard greens, and kielbasa with onions and sausage and pepper, or onions and peppers and such.
Yeah. Todd Leginus is in here, Troy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
He just said that 10 for speaking to you, or Steve, he said
What's that?
10 hours to Branson,
Okay.
Ohio, I guess.
Yeah, because he's like or 10 minutes or more from here.
Yeah. So
10 minutes?
An hour and 10.
Oh,
And I'm 3 hours to Branson, so 14, 15 hours.
Yeah.
that's
Hey, look, we drove to
gas.
Arkansas last year for which one was that?
Say again?
We drove to Arkansas last year in May. Which one was that? That get together.
Oh, Blue Mountain Hill.
Yeah.
Something
Something
about a Blue Mountain.
We drove to that one.
Jeff Killian's got gas, apparently.
Gas.
Hey, that Saturday evening after the ham and beans and cornbread is tossed around there.
You might want to get that taken care of before you go to the meetup.
It's only going to get worse.
Well, hopefully, I don't know. I think the gas prices are going to stay kind of status quo for a little while until things get better.
It's not.
It will, though.
Where they're at right now is not.
Yeah, it's not terribly bad. I mean, when we went to Shoot Dang, holy cow, the prices of gas.
Yeah.
Blue Mountain
I
Lake.
think it was like $4 a gallon when we were traveling.
Yeah, we stayed up on Mount Magazine. We stayed in the lodge up in Mount Magazine. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm planning on making it on Sunday. Do it.
Do that.
Do it. They'll be there Sunday. In
Who said
fact, what?
Who said that?
Todd Leginus.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be at church Sunday morning, and then we'll be here for about lunchtime, and then all the way the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
So, Troy, someone asked if you sell things online.
We do. Our website is www.barrunforge.com. That is BARRUNFORGE.com. Bar Run Forge.
Yeah, you have blanks.
Yeah,
Blank and up to finished work.
that's right. You can get hand forged stuff. You can get
Knife blanks.
knives, knife blanks. You can get all kinds of stuff. And you can custom order stuff as well.
Coffee scoop blanks.
T-shirts, sweatshirts.
J&B is in here. Hey, guys. And thank everybody for coming in. It's so great. I look forward to Wednesdays. It's always nice to catch up with everybody for the week. Man, I'll tell you, 3 weeks worth of stuff got done this week for us. My house is totally unrecognizable from
Awesome.
what it was, and that's good. I always joked about it looking like a crack house.
So
Right.
ceiling insulation in here, and the ceiling metal and insulation in here went in this evening.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
all
you've
happened.
been talking about that, and I'm glad you got it done. Did they blow it in, or did
No.
they put?
No, we bought batt insulation. So Eli and I did all this install this evening.
Sweet deal.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice.
Oh yeah.
And I asked this already, and I don't think I listened to the answer. Did you get it? Are you going to have heat in there?
Yeah. Yeah. We have split units, but I need to get some different stuff on the outside and get one more circuit run. We have split air conditioning heating units for in here. So as soon as that's all done, we'll have heat and air. I ran a torpedo in here during the winter so I could come in here and work, but now that it's insulated, will make a huge difference.
That's going to be a nice change for you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I was painting a cabinet to put my scroll saw on yesterday. Michelle came in and I just said, look, I have space to work. I have a platform. I put a drop cloth down. Isn't this amazing?
You got to send me a picture of that so I can start thinking about what I'm going to do for my lathe. My lathe is sitting up on top of my, I got a pretty big table I'm using right now, but it used to be the platform I used for our huge sand filter irrigation system for the fields.
Yeah.
So it's massive, and I put legs on it and wheels, and you can pound on that sucker. It's heavy duty. But I think it's too high for me to work on the lathe. I'm going to have to do something different. Although
Brian, is that a wood lathe or a metal lathe?
His is a metal lathe. Mine is wood.
Gotcha.
Laguna. I got all the bells and whistles on my Laguna, and I haven't even touched it.
There's the metal lathe.
Yeah. You could also turn. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't turn wood on it too, right?
Yeah. Now,
Oh.
Dr. and Jeannie Caldwell brought me this little dude this past year.
That's a baby lathe.
Yeah, but the motor was burnt out on it, so I got to replace the motor.
Yeah, just hook it to the PTO on your tractor. That'll work.
Yep. So all told, the actual shop workspace is going to be, the blacksmith shop is 21 by 40. The fab shop is 16 by like 38, and the wood shop is 16 by 38.
So how many bays did you go over? I mean, like you had that bay that we were working in, and then there was a secondary one, and then there was the one that had all the lumber and stuff.
Right. The third bay is going to be for material storage and like big tools that I don't normally use that I can pull out and use.
Sweet.
Yeah. So the third bay is only material storage, basically.
I joke about building a birdhouse, but I want to build something kind of cool. You know what? The thing of it is, I say I'm going to go there and build something, but I'm going to want a fellowship.
Yeah, it's tough.
And I will really get caught up in that probably more than
What I'm really
Dexter might make a birdhouse for you.
There you go. What we're really hoping to do is just, if somebody wants to forge, there's always forging going on. We're going to have probably 6 blacksmith forges and anvils going. And then, here's the fab shop, so they can do stuff in the fab shop. And then the traditional woodworking shop and the green woodworking shop. So if they wanted to carve something or work on with a draw knife or something like that, all of that stuff's going to be available. So if you're a maker, this is the place to be, April 25th through the 27th.
Okay, now when we close out, don't go away.
Okay.
Because I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
In the private chat.
All right.
You click.
Bye.
See you next week. Click.
Thanks for having me on tonight, Brian.
Well, you're welcome anytime. And the more you're on here, the more we'll figure out. We'll communicate. We'll
See, I
know more.
look
We'll know more.
I see a stack of wood stacked up on the wall. That's just a pleasure.
Hey, I was going to show you my laser because he went to his plasma cutter, but
Next go around, man. Next
Yeah.
go.
I need to ask people to bring me little chunks of different types of wood to the meetup, because I don't really care that they don't have to be like Purple Heart or any of these expensive woods. I just want to get different contrasting colored wood to start out with. Like fortunately there's some cedar out here off my house, so I'm gonna keep me some of that.
Yeah.
Does that spin well? Does cedar spin well?
it
Keep
does.
What about what is it? Hemlock.
Yeah.
That's cool. Critter Creek is in here. Now, as you watch in my lives and stuff like that, you'll notice that a lot of the icons have this cartoonish character to them, and Critter Creek is the one who does that for a lot of these channels, including his own channels. If you look at his icon right there, that's his creation. And everybody enjoys his graphics.
So, Troy, do you guys, when you're using your draw knives, do you use any shave horse or shave ponies?
Here's between now and April 25th, I have used them, and I don't have one of my personal of my own, but I designed for one where I'm going to include like a spoon mule on the back of the shave horse.
Awesome.
So as you're sitting on the shave horse, you could turn around, do carving if you wanted to.
That's one of the first things I made when I got into woodworking 8 or 9 years ago. Was it? I still got it in the old shop. So,
Horse.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I've got a slab. All the materials sitting there ready to go, and I've just been working so hard on getting the shop sealed up, put together that part.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
Well, the ceiling in the green woodworking shop isn't done yet, so as soon as that's done, then I can start tooling it out.
Yeah, I was thinking once we got started with having these houses done, I go, oh, I hope that doesn't affect me going to these meetups, because once they get going on those houses, they don't want to stop. They don't want to take a week off so you can go to a meetup.
Now we've actually forged some of our own draw knives too, which is kind of fun.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Who was it? Todd Legend says he has a Osage. Is that how you say that? Osage orange log?
Yep.
Or Bodark.
Yeah. Oh,
what is that? That I think I've seen Bailey Woodwork spin that. Right.
Oh my gosh! If your tools can stand it, it is gorgeous wood.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
Troy, have you had a chance to look at Bailey Woodworks spinning those tops?
Yeah. I actually watched a guy split walnut with Osage mallet and an Osage set of wedges. No metal.
I think that's going to have to be the first project I do on my lathe, because it's probably the simplest project to learn, because
I'll show you.
Is a mallet, one of those wood mallets.
Oh yeah.
If I keep waiting any longer, my first lathe project will probably be at your place. I got to pound something out before then.
Yeah.
I don't want to cheat on my lathe.
There's my Osage orange mallet.
Oh my goodness.
A buddy gave me a chunk about 5 years ago, and that's the first thing I did with the chunk was make a mallet. It's very hard. So
we had a tree down. We finally took it down when Tim Roberts did the how big is your wood thing. We had an Osage tree. I had a 20-foot rope and it would not go around it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The 10-foot log off of that Osage, my Bobcat would only scoot from one end.
Yeah. It's highly favored. I know I have several friends that make primitive bows from
Bows.
it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, Troy, I don't know if you know that, but you can share your videos. You are on my Vineyard Farmhouse group. You could be
Okay.
sharing your videos. And why don't you even make a post about your meetup on it? Something.
I'll see if I can get that done.
Because you might actually find somebody in there that cares. No, there's people that are. We got some Ohioans on my my group.
That's funny.
Yeah, we josh each other a lot. And what was that? Oh, that came up because Todd Laginus was talking about the vase that he did and put on that group.
Okay.
That was an Osage.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got to check that out, Troy. Go to my page and check out Todd Laginus's vase with flowers in it. That was really, really talented.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
But guys, and you guys don't have to leave. I don't want Troy to leave for sure. You don't leave either, Steve. We're gonna close out the live because Old Man King Homestead is on next. That's Peter. So everybody go check out what he's doing. And I want to thank everybody that came into my chat and my moderators for protecting my channel. And we will see you next week, Wednesday, 9:00 Central. And we'll even have more fun stuff to talk about. So bye for now.
Bye.
Have a good week.